What would you do if you knew that the rest of your life was going to go exactly the same way? It's 2026, 4 years since we emerged from the coronavirus lockdowns.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi added that everyone needs to stay at home, from those in India's villages to the Prime Minister himself.
That time seems almost like it was forced upon us to think, to recalibrate, to figure out what we need to focus on in our lives. I told myself that I would remember, but when I begin to forget, I come to places like this. I come to Ladakh. This time I am on what Land Rover calls Defender journeys. We do the perfunctory sunset photo shoot at the Dal Lake on the eve of our departure. Some folks are keen. There's a woman on a boat posing for silhouette shots. First day on our trip, and we're in Srinagar, and it's like the starting point for a round trip around Ladakh, so to speak, in the new Defender. So today we're just taking in the sights and sounds of Srinagar, overeating, chilling at the Vivanta, taking a shikar ride on the Dal, all the touristy stuff. Tomorrow we're going to get behind the wheel of the Defender and see what it's got, and head to Kargil, which is going to be, I reckon, a much more immersive experience. We'll see. It's a motley bunch, not the usual gang of motoring hacks. This is what they call a lifestyle media junket. Writers from travel magazines, photographers, influencers. Motoring journalism is not nearly as much fun or glamorous as it looks from the outside.
It's about time to get going, huh? Look at the weather, it's snowing now.
You fly in, eat a rushed dinner, wake up before God does, drive a new toy for a few hours, spew adjectives on deadline.
But now you've got this, so this is an EV with flair.
And fly right back out. It's like a Tinder date. The feeling is transient and you don't remember much afterward. But you can't do that in Ladakh. That's why I agreed to come in the first place.
Oh, there we are. That's what brings us here, folks. All right. You were driving the old Defender?
Yeah,
That was sweet, yeah?
it was very sweet and difficult at the same time.
Well, I mean, you have to pay a price for form.
Yeah, but it's beautiful.
Although this looks like form and function.
The next morning, I find myself on one side of the Defender's rather roomy cockpit and the woman from the boat on the other. Aakriti Rana started blogging in 2016. Soon, she was making enough money to quit her job and do it full time. Then came a YouTube channel, and now she focuses largely on Instagram. Now Aakriti drives a Mustang, has over 1 million followers. She certainly owns her narrative.
So what's your plan? What do you want to do आगे?
कुछ नहीं, पैसे कमा रही हूँ, गाड़ियाँ खरीद रही हूँ, travel कर रही हूँ, save कर रही हूँ.
No, in terms of okay.
Like people usually start their own brand or something, or an agency.
Right.
But I like my freedom. I don't want to be tied down. I keep on reminding myself, why did you leave your job? Don't make this your job.
Right. That's a very, very pertinent point.
Yeah.
There was a time I'd come for a trip like this, go back, think, and write about it. Those were the days. Now every writer has to get the shot. 1,000 words, try 10 seconds. Try making someone feel something before they scroll past. Zojila is where Kashmir ends and Ladakh begins. Not just geographically, the air changes. The color drains from the landscape, green to brown to grey to nothing at all. The Defender takes it all without complaint. The terrain select does what it's supposed to, the clearance is more than generous, and the air suspension absorbs what would break a lesser vehicle's spine. This is, after all, what this car was built for.
We've got a small coffee stop planned for you on the old highway. So we'll take you for a bit on the old highway, do a coffee stop there. You'll also see what is called Moonland, that terrain with the white colored mountains, like lighter mud and etc. Anyhow, so Lamayuru, and then after that Khalse, and then there's
Alchi.
lunch, traditional Ladakhi lunch for you today at the Alchi kitchen, and then we'll drive into Leh and pass on through the city to Shea and Thikse. We are staying at Thikse, just next to the monastery.
Number 5, do you copy?
So then,
Yeah, copy.
how's your night? Did you sleep well?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I slept so well. I've never slept like this.
Oh really? Okay. Okay. Now I think you're wrapping my chain.
So you drive.
We're out of Kargil. We stopped for lunch at Alchi at the newly famous Alchi Cafe. The monastery at Alchi is 1,000 years old. The cafe is not. Ladakh is learning to cater to the world without losing itself. In Leh, we check into the Chamba camp. A bona fide glamping retreat, and it strikes me that this entire trip is quite insular. We're experiencing Ladakh the way first class experiences turbulence. A slight rumble, a reassuring hum. I'll have another glass, please. Khardung, the erstwhile highest motorable road in the world. They've since measured it more carefully, and the title now rests on Warila. But the road doesn't care about titles, it's still 5,359 meters of thin air and bad decisions. Even the Defender's 2-liter turbo feels the lack of oxygen, but slot it into manual and it gets its mojo right back. The descent into Nubra Valley is one of the greatest reveals you can experience on the road in India. Larger than life doesn't even begin to cover it. This kith is frontier land, sparse pockets of human inhabitation where nature is truly epic and humans are incidental. It's in places like this kith that you're reminded truly of your place in the universe. We are all specks of dirt amongst a million galaxies looking for recognition, and it feels cathartic to realize that every once in a while. At Hundar, Aakriti asked me to get a few shots of her. Now, what do you think?
I don't need a lot of light. I just need to show the dunes, that's all.
And do what? Run?
Yeah, because then I can use the content later, you know, like...
Seriously? Seriously, that's gonna work?
I will show you how it works when I post.
She knew exactly what she wanted, the frame, the light, the angle. She wasn't posing. But neither was she hung up on production quality. Defender journeys. We're in Diskit in Hundar at the Chamba camp. It's taken us about 3-4 days to get here from Srinagar. We started from Srinagar, spent a night in Kargil, another in Leh, and now we're in Nubra Valley. Even though it took us 4 days and Nubra is quite far out and the roads have improved, I mean, I didn't really feel the journey at all, you know. I remember getting here a few years back and feeling absolutely bushed. I think that's what the whole idea is. The Defender is a great car, I like it, and I doubt that anybody is ever going to take it seriously off-road, and it's not meant for that. I mean, you buy a car like that, you're not really going to take it on trails, but you will like to come to a place like this. I think that's what freedom really means, you know, to have a car in this country in which you can go anywhere. Free range. Yeah, because free range, now that's the way to the heart of things, really.
Day 6, the interesting bit.
Goodbye, Diskit. It's a super interesting drive today, huh?
We drive out of Diskit and along the Shyok River valley. It's the long way to Pangong. And the whole point of coming in a Defender. This road isn't for everyone.
Thought for a picnic on the way to Pangong Lake. Kind of picture perfect. It looks like one of those posters you see of one of those Swiss villages. Gorgeous, yeah. Really, really pretty.
The Defender, as expected, has proved its mettle, the sheer solidity of it. But there is something impersonal about experiencing Ladakh like this. The cocoon isolates you so effectively that it robs the quest of its travails. Pangong, a lake so impossibly blue that it hurts. At 4,000 meters, that's not just a metaphor. You try to ignore the throbbing head, have an early dinner, and wake up before the light gets harsh. Sandeep is a born-again photographer, a lifer in the corporate world. At 65, he decided it was time to follow his passion. The water is impeccably clear. The blues span a kaleidoscope of shades.
To always tell people that if I was to be born again, I'd love to be a photographer for National Geographic. I mean, that
Oh, so it was a long-standing ambition?
It was a long-standing wish and desire and ambition. Then I figured that if not now, when? Because in my view, still photography, you freeze a moment in time.
So you're saying a picture is timeless and video is transient?
I feel that a picture is timeless, leaves a lot more to the imagination. And you know, to that extent, it is something that, far more permanent. You know, we look
That's
at
an
albums.
old school thought, but it's a...
But you know, we look at albums again and again, right? But we often don't look at family videos again and again, you know.
That's the whole point,
So
yeah.
when I shot film, there was a secondary joy,
Right.
you know, where you were imagining what that picture you took would be like,
Right.
and waiting for that film to develop
Right.
and bring
There
it
was
back.
some- yeah, yeah.
So, you know, that anticipation, was...
whether you got it right or not. Now it's
correct.
instant gratification.
Now it's instant gratification, but okay, at the end of it, you are able to, let's say, get closer to perfection. Whenever I try and take a picture, to my mind, you know, the composition is very important. And in the composition, there are three elements which people often forget. It's not just the frame, but there's a foreground, there's a subject. And there's a background.
Sure.
And a thought has to be given to all three of them, you know. They can't be left to chance.
Sure.
You know? So sometimes you might find you take a picture of somebody and later you realize that there was a plant in the background and the plant looks like it's growing out of their head.
Right, but now you can use AI to remove that.
Yeah, but you know, the point becomes that
Right.
that's when we are looking at the picture, we must also look at the background. Do you want it in focus? You
Right.
don't want it in focus,
Right.
etc., etc.
I'm still not sure what my calling is, but then some of the most interesting people I know don't know either. Aakriti found hers at 20-something. Sandeep found his at 65. Maybe the point isn't finding it. Maybe the point is staying in motion long enough that it finds you. This feeling, this existential recognition is what draws most people back to Ladakh. So when people talk about spectacular landscapes, what they're really saying is the awe they feel standing in front of something that they do not understand and that is so much bigger than them. So to answer the question I posed at the beginning, you want to drive to the heart of what it means to be truly alive. Not live on the trivial fringes of what it evidently means to be civilized, but to make a note of the things that bring meaning into your life and do more of them. And that's why I come to Ladakh, year after year. The Defender will get you there in comfort, so if you own one, do it by all means. But know this, Ladakh has to be experienced, not shut out. The best thing about this car is that it makes the impossible roads possible. The worst thing about it is that it makes the impossible roads easy. And that's not a contradiction. It's a Land Rover.